If you are interested in knowing what is the one thing that you can do to be a more productive writer, you are in the right place. And if you're on the replay, you can also tap hearts. Let me know you're there, that you enjoyed the content. Even though you didn't catch us live, you can catch us next time. Go ahead and hit that follow button, change the plus to a check. It'll let you know when I'm live. Hello, guys. Hello, Red Herring. It's been a while. I've forgotten your name. Let me look at your profile. Be all sneaky like that. Joe. That's right. I'm sorry, Joe. Hello, Indra. Yes, welcome, guys. Welcome. Thanks for the hearts. As you guys know, y'all are pros, but if you like what we're talking about, you tap hearts on the screen. That lets me know that you're there. That's okay, Joe, and there's always the replay. I totally do that too. I have, blocks of time, and it's like, ooh, I gotta put Periscope on pause for just a little bit. Hey, Darnell. If you're not already following me, hit the little Perry dude down there, change the check to a plus, and it'll let you know when I'm live. And if you want to catch the notes that I take for you on these Periscopes or the replays of the transcripts, go to paperravenbooks.com/Periscope. You can always catch them there. And our community is using this hashtag Periscope Writers, so we can find each other and support each other. So if you scope and you write, hashtag Periscope Writers. Okay, guys. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you guys. Y'all jumped on. Y'all were like, man, I need to be more productive. Well, let me hop on Periscope. Just kidding. So I am Morgan Giss McDonald. I'm a writing coach, an editor, and author, and I run my business and my blog out of paperravenbooks.com. Periscope Writers. Yes, Joe. Join the party. And I work with authors. I coach you from vague idea of your book to first draft of your book to finished manuscript. It's a really fantastic process, and I coach and edit all the way through. Joe says, I've just done a scope on how important structure is. I love structure. You're totally speaking my love language. Hey, Charles. Hello again. Okay, guys. So this week we are all about productivity, and yesterday we were talking about like morning rituals and getting up in the morning. And deciding first thing when you are going to do your writing, because if writing is going to be a priority, you should do it first, or at least if you can't do it first thing in the morning, decide when you're going to do it. Joe, timers! Oh my gosh, we are like a match made in heaven. Okay, you and I need to talk because structure and timers, like we are on the same page. We're totally going to get there too, and we've got a couple more days in the week, but before we kind of get to the practical stuff, because the practical stuff is so fun, right? Buying timers and all sorts of things. You said it, and Joe said it's a timer for 30 minutes, do nothing else in that 30 minutes. I totally agree, totally agree. Using a timer will change your life. So Joe and I both say, use a timer. So before we get to all of the fun, juicy, practical stuff, and I think we're going to start that tomorrow, today I kind of want us to zero in. Okay, so we've got a morning ritual of at least getting up to decide when we're going to write. Even if you don't write first thing in the morning, before your day really gets rolling, decide. Say, I am going to write from 8 to 8:30 tonight, come hell or high water, and make that a priority for the day. Okay, so you've already done that this morning, right? Who was with me this morning? And now we're gonna talk a little bit more about what's the one thing you can do to be more productive. And this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek title because the one thing you can do is to do one thing. Don't write multiple things. Don't write, in one writing session, don't try to do blogs and a book and an essay that you're going to send to Huffington Post or whatever. Really and truly, you can only focus on one major project at a time. And I know, actually, I don't think Ron's on the scope. I know Ron he's an author, and he usually has 3 books sort of rolling at once, but he's never actually writing all 3 of them. So I would be interested to see what Ron says about this. But in my experience coaching authors, it's really difficult to work on more than one project at a time because life is so crazy and so busy, and we really only have maybe an hour or 2 in a day where we can work on the side projects that are most important to us. So almost everyone has jobs and family and other things. I don't know, maybe you're in a church, maybe you volunteer, maybe you're in a sporting activity. I don't know what it is you do, but you've got life, okay? And you're writing on the margins of life. Joe says, I'm so good at not taking my own advice. I've got a book, a murder mystery, and an idea. I know, Joe, it's really hard. But we've all just got like these little, so if life is this little sort of like crazy bubble, and you've got margin. Oh, the idea has your energy, Joe. Is that how it goes? It is difficult when a new idea, new shiny object pops in. But you've got to realize that usually there is only one project that you can focus on at a time and really make momentum on. And so a book that I'm going to recommend to you guys, and I don't think Jessica's on, she loves book recommendations, is called The One Thing by Gary Keller. And I will put a link in the scope notes. But his idea is that at any point in life, beyond the crazy busyness that is just running daily life, there should be one project that we are working on that will make everything else easier or unnecessary. Okay, so I love that phrase, easier or unnecessary. And I think this is where a book can really come into play. The One Thing by Gary Keller. Yes, thank you, Joe, for posting that down there. And it'll be in the scope notes too. Right at paperravenbooks.com/periscope. Okay, so we have these plans for life, right? We have some purpose to fulfill. Well, Miguel says, I'm going to quit my second job so I can focus on writing and get ready for school in January. Yes, Miguel. I think we've talked about this before. So long as it doesn't put you in like dire straits, I think that's a great idea, because if you're starting school in January, you've got 3 months to write this book. Nothing like deadlines to really get you going. So I would love to see you write this book before January. We'll catch up on Twitter and see how it's going. You're good? All right, awesome. Then I expect to see a book in January. I want to read it. I want to review it. So send it to me before it goes on. Hey Ron, welcome. Okay, so you have a purpose in life. You have a business you want to build, a nonprofit you want to support, a movement you want to start. Oh, Joe says there's a UK Scopers retreat. Oh, cool. I don't think I'm going to be in the UK then, but we should publicize that. I think Indra is in the UK. I don't know if any other viewers are in the UK, but y'all should find each other. I'll be the first. Thanks, Miguel. Okay. So you've got a business, you've got a nonprofit, you've got a movement, you've got something that you're really passionate about that you want to propel forward. I would suggest to you that a book is a really great way to make leaps of momentum. If you're starting a business, a book really clarifies. Oh, thanks for sharing, Ron. A book really clarifies who you serve and how you best serve them. If you're starting, or contributing to like a nonprofit, it will help you solidify where your interest truly lies. I mean, hey, maybe you're interested in education, but once you write a book about it, maybe you discover that your interest in education is really in developing countries or something, or inner city America, right? Those are two totally different nonprofit interests. Yes, Joe says books are great for credibility in business too. Totally agree. I will say even the process of writing a book though is great for your own like internal momentum, like getting on fire about your business and feeling like you have something to contribute. Or I mean, even if you just want to raise awareness, have some sort of movement around a topic that you really care about. I don't think Tracy's on here, but she writes about educating and encouraging girls in science and engineering. She doesn't have a business model. Right, exactly, Joe. And books don't have to be long for Amazon anymore. That's the beauty of like our industry. The doors are wide open. I mean, books are no longer this 70,000 word research heavy behemoth thing that take 10 to 20 years to write. Although I would wonder how many authors really would take so long to write that kind of book if they're really writing. Oh, thanks for sharing, Kenzel. Okay, so even if you're starting a movement or raising awareness, the book will help you step into that path. 70,000, that's short. For nonfiction, that's about right. For fiction, you're totally right. Fiction can get very easily into the 100K category, and then split off into trilogies where each book is, gosh, who knows how long. And I can't imagine being like George R.R. Martin's editor. It would be cool, but really hard. Those books get gigantic. When you're talking nonfiction, 55K to 70K is pretty normal. Yeah, of course, it can get longer than that if people get really into the research and that sort of thing. But Right. The point is that it's what you want it to be now. There are lots of really successful books that that really do have a transformative power, even though they're 20 to 30,000 words long. And that's pretty doable to write in a couple months. So what I would encourage you to think about is one writing project. Oh, thanks for sharing, Joe. Okay. So let's circle back around to where we started. The One Thing. The One Thing by Gary Keller is the book that I'm sort of basing all this off of. It's an amazing book. Totally changed your life. It totally changed my business, honestly. Reading, well, I was listening. It was an audiobook and I was on a road trip. But inspired so many ideas and helping me realize I needed to focus on one thing at a time. Okay, so you're focusing on one writing project at a time. And you should choose the writing project that will make everything else either easier or unnecessary. So yeah, you're starting a business. That's super overwhelming. You need to get clear. Writing the book could be that thing that helps you gain clarity, momentum, credibility. You want to start a nonprofit. Writing the book could be that thing that helps you get into conversations with important people in the world. I mean, I don't know, congressmen, diplomats, people who raise money, fundraisers, who knows? If you're raising awareness or some sort of movement, then writing a book could be that thing that helps you get followers. Okay, so the book could be this momentum point. So you got to choose one topic, and you got to focus on it to get it done so that that momentum can start. Because it won't have any power until it's finished. Seriously. Having a book that's half written does you no good. Do you know how many unfinished manuscripts are in top drawers of desks around the country, around the world? Too many to count. And they're sitting there doing nothing. Your book can't do anything for your life or your reader's life until it is finished and out in the world. So I'm hoping that this week, since we're focusing on productivity, you can get up in the morning, set your time for when you're going to write, and then choose one thing that is the most important, the most impactful, the most potential for truly changing lives. Focus on it and commit to finishing it and not getting distracted by all the shiny objects. I totally know the distraction of shiny objects. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm like every day I'm like, I need to watch that webinar and take this course and read this book, and like it's shiny object craziness out here in the online world. But this is the discipline of creating change. The discipline is focusing on one thing. So that's my message for you guys today. And starting tomorrow, we're going to get into some more nitty-gritty, fun, practical things. I think we're going to talk about tricks for increasing mental clarity when you're about to start writing. Miguel says, I woke up earlier, but somehow it was an hour later. Was there a time change? In that case, you need to check your alarm. Maybe set a louder alarm. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about like tricks for increasing your mental clarity, which will be timely. You were up at 4. Ron, I can't tell if you were being sarcastic. I suspect sarcasm in that comment. Just a feeling. Tomorrow, I also have a webinar, so I'm probably going to hop on here later. No, really? You were up at 4? Good job. Were you writing, or were you doing yoga? Because I know you do yoga. Oh, you fell back asleep, Miguel. Okay. Well, okay, maybe 2 alarms. Tomorrow I have a webinar. Yes, you were doing yoga, or yes, I hope you were writing and not doing yoga, not at the same time. Well, good for you. Props to Ron for getting up and writing at 4 a.m. That's impressive. Anybody else? I'm a 4 a.m. kind of writer. Well, not 4. 4:30 to 5 is when I start getting up. Tomorrow and Thursday, I'm having webinars, and I'm walking you through 1,200 words. Nice. Very nice. Impressive. And I'm going to walk you through the 12-step, easy-peasy process for writing an ebook that boosts your business and builds your platform. So it's a 45-minute webinar, and it walks you through every step. And afterward, I hope that you feel leaving empowered and encouraged to actually write your book. And you'll know all the steps from coming up with the idea through 3 phases of revisions and why you need 3 phases of revisions. So you can find out more about that at paperravenbooks.com/12 steps webinar. Something else as I'm getting there, maybe you should give me a wake-up call. No, I cannot be responsible for anyone else. I have 3 children, a husband, and a guinea pig. Like, I am overloaded with responsibility for other people right now. You have to get yourself up. I believe in you. Yeah, right. Ron will give you a call. Y'all are in the same time zone anyway. That'll be easier. paperravenbooks.com/12 steps webinar. It's going to be a party. It's going to be really fun. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Go pick your one book topic, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.